Hello Galactic family. Some questions that can help you on the journey. Work on the home. Question Masters, what can you tell me about the work of my soul in the spiritual world? A psychic told me that I work in the library and I help souls study and integrate their past lives, basically what I do now in real life. In my own lifetime hypnosis session I found myself giving a course on shape change to souls who have recently died on Earth and are still trapped in their past life roles and body image. It was like a theater class, and I was the teacher in their drama. They learned to become someone else in a play, but they also saw themselves changing shape. I also identify myself a lot with the soul explorer and have had many lives on other planets or exploring the universe. I really would like to get some clarity on this. Answer: there are no physical locations in the spirit world unless a group of souls collectively chooses to create one. Souls are amorphous, formless in their spiritual home. While it is true that a soul can help another soul to integrate itself again into soul life, or to understand or even plan a subsequent life, it is done primarily through the projection of thought. You are an older soul who has spent many incarnate lives. You have become a master, in every way, in helping people learn about being souls and enjoying the possibilities of growth while on Earth. Knowledge and understanding are their tools. What you saw in your hypnosis session was some of the various ways in which you help the souls who have just returned from their middle phase of not fully accepting their energetic state, which incidentally causes them to remain partially in the physical dimension until they release their physical form. You were demonstrating to them how they shift from one form to another to start a different life. You have, in fact, explored other worlds beyond your duality in order to reach the knowledge that you could share with others and potentially help them in new experiences that you may never have considered. This is all part of your choice to be a counselor to souls in transition. All his life was spent gathering a personal library of reference material in his passion for helping others. This has played an important role in most of your previous lives, and in your current one, too. There is still the passionate energy, every time you chose to get involved, and you will probably choose to continue, but the choice is yours. Option for the child's homosexuality. Question Masters, I'm going through a very difficult phase in my life. My 15-year-old son told me he's a homosexual. I cannot handle this situation. My soul feels the deepest pain I've ever felt. An indescribable pain. I would like to have acceptance and wisdom to solve this problem. I ask for guidance. Answer: every soul enters a body on Earth to live in a positive/negative duality, to experience free will. Most lessons involve a single soul, but sometimes you have made a pre-agreement with a soul that is sharing its same timeline to present situations that will allow you to face a life lesson. You and your son agreed to be together. He wanted to experience homosexuality, with all the social difficulties that this generates. You have wanted to deal with the belief systems you have gathered throughout this life, with all your prejudices and judgments. Your son's life is his, for him to live, not his, to control. The fact that something he wants to do is disgusting to you, is not wrong for him. You are not inside your body or psyche, so you do not know how it feels. Your beliefs are accepted by you as a way of living your life, but that does not mean that you can impose your beliefs on it. There is a caveat here: as long as your child lives in your home, you can create certain rules and regulations that he or she must obey, or you may no longer meet your needs. This probably will not change the way he feels about things, and he may choose to leave the house as soon as possible, but it is a way to get what he wants. You also need to deal with the intensity of your reaction to this ad. Why is it affecting you so severely? Does this remind you of some other situation you've been hiding? Or are you just concerned about what the neighbors or church members will think about? Examine your thoughts and the reasoning behind them to help you see what the problem is in this situation. Making the problems disappear. Question Masters, as a soul that lives in a human body can be very difficult at times. We all try our best to live a life the best we can so that our soul and our body will be as positive and healthy as possible. But we all know very well that it is not always possible. Living as a human being can be a challenge every day. Our minds try to stay positive, but sometimes we need help to go through some difficult times. Masters, is there a way we can help and teach our minds to forget only some of the worries and problems that we have or have passed to make our lives a little easier to live with? I try to self-heal my body and my soul, but some people may not know what to do. Answer: it is kind of you to worry about helping others deal with your lessons, but a soul's journey is a solitary task. It is also impossible to make the other do something unless you are willing to make changes that can be seen from the outside but cannot be done inwardly. Not only do some people not know how to solve their tests, they cannot even identify them as such, because they cannot see beyond the judgment of the ego of society. Those who rely on the instructions and opinions of others rather than their feelings about things will remain the same. Unless a soul that has a human experience recognizes that it is on a journey and that happiness does not exist and cannot exist in negativity, it cannot redirect its life to rid itself of the fears and doubts that delineate the lessons. To understand that learning refers to making choices, one should want to change their behavior to address them. One way to change your environment is to first accept that it can be changed. You're not stuck in some deep, dark, bottomless pit. Every time you find yourself in the negative energy, ask yourself what is connected. Follow it back to its source and then investigate the source until you see why it is there. You can then decide whether you want this to remain or if there is no longer any need for it. A great part of finding happiness in a peaceful life is loving yourself. Loving yourself is based on acceptance. Accept that you are a magnificent soul who has chosen to be where you are, facing what you are facing, and you need to spend time to understand and learn from negativity before you push it away. Reincarnation Guide. Sometimes I feel guilty. Can you tell me why? Another thing is that my father is so sexist. He thinks the woman should do all the housework on her own. He never cooks and cleans. My mother, actually my grandfather's wife, who is not his mother, does all the housework. But she's too old for that. Unfortunately, he does not understand and keeps asking her to do this. Now she's traveling, and he's always complaining and doing nothing all day and wants someone to do all the work. Sometimes I feel guilty for not doing what he wants, but he is retired, healthy and can afford to have someone do it. I would do it and take care of him if he was too old and sick. I feel like this is not right. Answer: every soul has free will. One of your life lessons is to deal with guilt and see if it is being caused by you or given to you by other selfish people. Your father is just reflecting the way he was raised. He is manipulative and demanding without regard for anyone. You cannot protect or determine other people's responses to it, but you can make your own choices. You owe him nothing. The journey of guilt is a means of control he adores. Do not get depressed about it. Go away with your head held high. My life was very difficult last year with many medical problems. My son, we've always been very close, not talking to me about being influenced by his wife, and I'm not sure about my marriage anymore. I can usually find out spiritually why all this is happening, but I feel completely lost. I understand that everything happens for a reason, but can you give me a little idea of why? Answer: you are at a crossroads of decision making. How do you want this next phase of your life to continue? It is time to consider that each soul is on its own journey and that the connections you have always used to identify who you think you are depends on other people who have their own life and journey lessons. It's time to consider whether you want to stay as you've lived so far, or whether it's time to honor yourself and just do what resonates within you. Every aspect of your life gives you at least two options, and they are yours. Why does it seem impossible to find a place to call home? Answer: you do not feel comfortable in your own body, so that no physical location seems comfortable. You have to ask yourself why. You have expectations of what a perfect place should be and nothing matches those fantasies. This is also an excuse that you have used to become dissatisfied and unhappy. It is easy to find negativity and it is difficult to find love, happiness and satisfaction. Why am I 34 years old and never had a serious relationship boyfriend even though it is the thing I most want in life? Answer: you want a partner more than anything else because you think you would be able to trust him completely and not have to carry on the responsibility for yourself. That's exactly why it's not happening. You must first establish trust and love for yourself. Get in the way of your answers. Which career would suit me best in terms of ability, temperament and whether it will bring success/wealth/abundance as an herbalist or cosmetic formulator, creating my own brand of cosmetics or a mix of herbalist and formulator cosmetic? Answer: every person creates their own reality. You have the ability to do any of these things and be successful. You should see what resonates most with you. There are no right or wrong answers in the spiritual world, just choices. See where more customers would be in your area. It would be possible to combine your talents. Sometimes I feel lost. I do not think I will be financially independent and the friends that I value are gone. I work with my brother, but it's not exactly what I like to do. I do not think I discovered my vocation. Am I on the right track working with my brother? How can I discover my vocation and generate financial independence? About my friends, was I mistaken about their friendship? Answer: you are constantly questioning everything in your life, including your friends, and they just got tired of it. You will not find happiness and satisfaction as you are constantly thinking you are in the wrong place. Try things with a desire to see if they are right for you. If they do not resonate with you, then look for something else to do. Trust your feelings, not the answers you receive when you ask others what to do. Begin to see the positives and possibilities of what you are doing.